Hey, Sweet Bakers, this is Shonda. Hope all is well with you today. We're going to get back into the calculator, but before we do, I want to share a couple things that I was not able to put on the last video, which is some of the hours. And so on some of these hours at the bottom here for the cake, so up here we have dessert units at 50 here. And so if we have this here at 50, we would then need to change down here the labor, because the hours we have are the 40 hours at a rate of $15 an hour for $600, and that's to make 20 cakes, because we have 2 hours to make one cake. So for that, I needed to change these this hours to 100 hours, and it's going to change not only the total to $1,500, but that then matches now where we would say we would have 50 cakes that we would make, and then the retail pricing changed also to $52.38. So I wanted to share that because I forgot. Sometimes I gotta be true with myself. Sometimes I forget things. So I want to tell you guys that I do forget some stuff. I have to write things down on notes, sticky notes, papers, wherever I am, because I will forget some stuff, and I will leave things open where I should have closed them and maybe said something other too with that. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and enter this second dessert that I wanted to enter, and that dessert here, because now I'm on a whole different tab, which is tab number 2, and I'm going to change that and rename that to caramel cake. So now that is caramel cake. Caramel cake there. Scroll down here. Haven't decided on there, but we may go with the same amount of 50. So I want to start here and enter in the flour, the sugar, things of that sort. Let's go ahead and do that. So we will get my notes here. We will start out with flour, which will be $20. We'll change the sugar, $20. Butter. I have some stuff over here listed, but I think that was for a different dessert when I was going to do something else. So, but butter, I'm going to put here at $25, because butter is very expensive right now. $25 for the eggs. So I have this cake here for the caramel cake. We'll take baking powder and baking soda. So I have those there listed. I'm going to do $7 each on that. Well, actually $10, because it's the whole thing. Oh, not $700. Let's go with $10 here. $10 baking powder, $10 baking soda. This one does not need sour cream. I'm going to take sour cream out of here. And I will just put oil on here. So for the oil, we are going to put $25 for the oil. No heavy whipping cream on this one either. But we do need buttermilk. Okay, we got buttermilk here. Buttermilk. We'll put $10 for the buttermilk. Take this oil out. I had an oil. And let's put on here milk. Let's use this one here for salt. Salt. It's probably gonna run us about, just even say $5 for the salt. And then we have vanilla extract here, and we're gonna put that at $20. Okay. We have all the ingredients there. And then for the equipment, again, I have my boxes because I still use some of the same boxes and labels for different cakes. Although I would change the labels, the label colors and all that kind of stuff on there. That would change, but as far as the pricing goes, it's still the same price across the board. So $150 for those 100 boxes. And then we need the labels, $40. I'm going to do the red bowls at $50. Well, actually, it's 100 bowls. I'm sorry. 100 bowls for $50. And then we have the 40 sample boxes at $40. Okay. And so then we'll come down here to our cost and label. And once again, if we're going to make, let's just say here, we'll charge the hourly rate is going to be 15 again. And how many hours is going to depend on how many cakes that we plan to make. So let's, for sake of time right now, let's just say we'll make 25 cakes. So if we're going to make 25 cakes, then we'll need about 50 hours here. 50 hours for that. Profit margin still at 35. So for the 50 cakes at $15 an hour, it's going to take us, 25 cakes. I'm sorry. We're going to put 25 cakes up here. So for the 25 cakes, it's stating that it would cost us about $64.80 to make those 25 cakes in 50 hours. And it doesn't have to be 50 hours straight or whatnot, but you get it. If you're going to make 2 cakes today, 2 hours each. So 2 cakes, you're going to be 4 hours in the kitchen to make sure that you're baking, prepping, baking, frosting. Shopping kind of goes in there as what you're doing in the beginning of that. So again, have that there. And then I'll go here to retail so I can add, did I have my cake name on here? I'm sorry, hold on guys. So no, dessert number 2. I'll change the name here to caramel cake. Okay. And then we'll go over here to the retail where I can put a dessert number 2. It's going to be caramel cake. And it's telling us here, this is on the $5,000. So let's just change this down to, let's see, for $1,000, how many cakes we would need to make for that. So again, it's telling us that for $64.80, $64.80, almost $65. We would need to make 8 cakes here. And as I kind of tweak it along and put all of my information in here and correctly put everything in here, I will come back and show how everything will be filled out. As for right now, I'm still trying to tweak it, make this work for me as far as making extra money a month and charging correctly. I believe that this has given me the best pricing for me to make the kind of money that I would like to make monthly. And so again, I will get this all together and straightened out for the amount of the total units as well as the customer database. That seems to be doing correctly as far as calculating. I'll just figure out what it is doing with this so that the 100% will have something in there under this caramel cake as well here. So that's what I need to figure out. But at the same time, I think you guys kind of get the gist of putting your supplies and your ingredients in there and letting the calculator figure out for you specifically what you would need to do or how many of these that you would need to do. And then again too, because sometimes I sell mini cakes with this, with my recipes. So I would think I'm going to try to tweak it and see if I could come up with something that tells me specifically what it would cost me or what I would need to make if I'm doing these in mini pan form versus one big cake. So the little mini pans that would probably go for $10, maybe $12 at a pop-up or a farmer's market, and find out what that would do, because I know going out to a lot of these events, I will be selling mini cakes in cake pans already iced and everything. So another idea too that I'm just thinking about while I'm talking to you guys is even selling kind of like your batter, but just putting your dry ingredients in the in something and make up a little packaging for that and possibly sell that when you're out for people who want your cakes. Not necessarily right then, but then they maybe want to go home and make a cake or something for something, and they would have all of those things in there, and you would just put on there what they would have to add as far as the eggs, the milk, and butter, things like that. But again, I just wanted to jump on here, put in another cake, a caramel cake today, and I will see about doing another one. But as for right now, I want to put these two in here, and I kind of want to figure out doing these two flavors at a pop-up and what that will cost me and how long that will take me to do it, because I also need to figure out an icing, because I'm here in California and we cannot use cream cheese for my red velvet cake. So I am now tweaking on a buttercream recipe that I want to use for my red velvet cake. So I'll kind of keep you updated with that as to what I'm doing and how I'm doing that. But thank you again for joining, Sweet Bakers. I appreciate you taking the time today, and let's keep going. We can't give up. Today was a hard day for me, and I really didn't have the oomph to get up and specifically record a video, but we have to keep going whether we feel like it or not. And that is the whole thing of this journey, is not just coming in and making sure that we're getting paid, but that we're doing it in a manner that we are still keeping our sanity and doing the things that we love to do, and we make money doing it. Not only just money, but make a profit doing what we love to do. So again, thank you, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.